Hello everyone, and welcome back. Welcome back to you, welcome back to me, welcome back to Lucy, and coming back here to YouTube to return after a break. I know I've been gone quite a while, and I just wanted to reach out and tell you thank you so much for all your messages, your comments, your emails, your direct messages, and words of support. Your kindness is what really helps support me from day to day. I loved checking in and reading your notes and really feeling like we were connected in several ways. And I know a lot of you reached out and said that you were going through something very similar, compassion fatigue or burnout or adrenal fatigue or deep exhaustion, and know that I am right there with you, that we are working through that process. It is a process, it takes time, so magically we are not cured. I am not cured or over it or fixed. But I have spent a lot of time putting things in place that will be more supportive of what I want to do and how I want to be in this world and how I want to really authentically show up for my family, my friends, and for you guys as well. With that said, there will be a few changes. Right before I left, we had some conversations in which you all voted on what was the best day to upload new videos, and those new videos will now be uploaded on Sunday mornings at 12:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is Texas time where I'm at. So they'll be accessible quite early in the morning for those of you in other parts of the world and available to play on Sundays. Those will be coming out about every other week or so, so we'll have a slightly diminished schedule for new classes. My feeling is that if you're like me, you've got a lot going on, and getting a new video every week is really cool, but it's also sort of a little bit of pressure to keep up. And I know that can be time consuming and hard for me as a practitioner. So I think it probably is similar for you. So uploading videos a little bit more slowly with more space in between. Those are some of the big things on the channel that will be shifting, but some other bigger things will be shifting even more so. So for YouTube channel itself, we will be changing some formatting a little bit. So I have always believed that yoga is about a lifestyle and a way of living and being in this world, and it includes a lot more than just the physical practice of yoga. And as much as I love yin or restorative or any of these practices, I love them all equally. So I love vinyasa flow and hatha yoga, meditation, pranayama or breath regulation, yin and restorative, all very, very equally. And in actual reality, my practice is all of those things on a weekly basis. So I use all of those practices, myofascial release included, to really help support me overall. So my thought here is to add a little bit more variety to this channel. We have about 200 yin yoga videos right now, and that is a lot of yin yoga videos to choose from. I will continue uploading some of those, but I would like to offer you something new, some new things, some different. Know that I am the same teacher. So if you like me as a teacher, you will probably like my classes no matter what style I'm teaching, because I don't change my style regardless of what I'm teaching. If I'm teaching a flow class, I'm still teaching it with that same allowing and warmth and comfort and slowing down and being mindful and connected as I teach in a yin class. So there's a lot of similarity in my teaching style across the board. I don't change my teaching style at all for those. So I hope that you will enjoy some new classes. I am super excited to offer you some new classes. Flow and hatha yoga were my first loves and my first practices for most of my life and my first part of my teaching. And so I'd really like to offer you more of those to really help support you overall in your day-to-day living. With that in mind, our channel needs to be more yin and yang. It needs to include both aspects of it. And I'd like to also include a little bit of health and wellness, mindful living. As I've been working through compassion fatigue and burnout and exhaustion, I really feel like, and from the messages I got, a lot of other people are dealing with that too. And I would like to offer some ideas of how I've been working through it and how I've things I found and discovered and what compassion fatigue is. And I'd like to offer little videos, little short ones in between to sort of support you and maybe give you some ideas on how to help yourself as well, offer you some tips and techniques. Also some ways, the way I live, some of the things that I use, how I live in my day-to-day life. I would really like to include some of those things so that you get to know me better and you also get to know some of the things that I do that might be helpful in your life. So I'd like to share a lot more, is what I'm saying. I'd like to share a lot more of me, not just one aspect of myself. I'd like to share more of the holistic aspects of myself and my life on this channel. I hope that connects to you. I really do. And I hope you enjoy the practices and videos. I want to be able to offer things that will work for everybody. So even if I'm focusing on compassion fatigue or burnout or something else, I think the tips that I can offer and the things that I've learned along the way might be helpful for anyone and everyone. So just some ideas out there. I live a very kind of eco-conscious green life, and so I try really hard to incorporate that into my lifestyle and my practices. I'd like to even maybe offer some of those as well. We'll see how it kind of goes as we go along, but I'm hoping to really expand this channel to something so much more than just the yoga practices. So stay tuned for things that are coming your way. Sound healing might be one of them, by the way. So I became fully sound healing certified this year in advanced training, and so I've been using that a lot more in practices, so I hope to be able to offer that as well. In addition to that, while I was away, I did a lot of journaling, a lot of really digging down deep inside and taking pieces of my life and looking at them with a microscope and deciding how I wanted to show up in this world and to other people in an authentic and really true to my passionate self. And in order to do that, I really felt like, and I still feel like, that maybe a platform transition would be useful as well. So while I will be staying on YouTube, I have transitioned to another platform, and I will be focusing a little bit more of my attention on 2 other platforms overall. I will be focusing a lot of my attention on my private member community. This has been the dream of my life since I started yoga years and years ago, to really build a sangha or a community where I could connect one-on-one, we could go through our lives together, we could support each other, going through places of deep sadness and deep joy, and really support. So there is a place where I connect with people on a much more one-on-one level. I know much more about you, I share much about me, and it's a much more comprehensive community. If you have issues with your practice or if you have questions about your practice, that is a place you can ask me and I can build practices around that, or even create workshops, which I have done for certain members who had issues with certain things. So we have retreats and live events every month, and we have 650 videos up available on that private member site. A ton of content available. We have a monthly calendar with journal prompts. We have so much wonderful stuff happening on there, and it is the member site I always dreamed of having. Is what I have attempted to create for other people. I take a lot of feedback there, so if something isn't working or somebody wants something, I make changes. So it's really about your member site. Eventually it becomes your member site. So you can take a look around there by going to theyogaranger.vhx.tv. That is the private member site. You can look through all the collections and see what you can see. If it appeals to you, you can also reach out to me at theyogaranger@outlook.com and ask me if you have any questions about the membership site and how it works and what is available and what that means. But that is the place I'm really showing up, and have been showing up since I started it 5 years ago, in a very, very real and authentic way, in a very, very personalized way. And that is super important to me on that side. On the other side, I looked for some other platforms and magically one came to me. I've been on Insight Timer for a number of months or a number of years now. And they recently have become exceedingly supportive of yoga teachers and meditation teachers in new ways. They are, if you are not familiar with Insight Timer as an app or Insight Timer, the website, they are a yoga and meditation health and wellness app focused entirely on greater spiritual living and wellness. And it's a really beautiful community of creators and people on there, contributors. And they are offering now a lot more live. So I'll be doing some live sessions. I started last month. I'll be doing some live meditations, possibly some live sound healing, possibly some live yoga classes on there. And the great thing about Insight Timer is you can access it for free and you can use those meditations and all of that, but you can also be a premium member and support the contributors to Insight Timer. You can also donate, and those donations, the full amount of the donation goes directly to the contributor or creator, like myself. And it's just a great way to really support us and to also enjoy the benefits of a really great site that's really easy to work through and to find things and to get new stuff. So there'll be a lot of live things there as well. So I'll be focusing a lot of my live sessions on these two other platforms, the private member site and also Insight Timer, offering some new stuff there to really kind of reach out in a different way. I am a meditation teacher and I have been for quite a while. I've been trained in a number of different fields of meditation, and I would really love to expand that a little bit more. So I'll be adding more of that, a little bit of everywhere. So while I will still be on YouTube every other week, I will be really focusing a lot of my awareness on these two other sites a little bit more. So if you would like to check out Insight Timer, you can look for Aprille Walker. I'm on there by my name, or go to the yogaranger.vhx.tv, and I will put the links down below so you can check those out as well. And I hope to see you on any or all of them. With things I've been doing to kind of recover, know that compassion fatigue takes a long time to recover from, but in that process, I've had some great help. I have been journaling a lot. I've been going through Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way to really reignite my passion for creativity and dive deeper into what is holding me back in my life. And I've also really spent a lot of time with a life coach. Thank you, Jenny. I will link Jenny's information down below because she has been absolutely pivotal in really helping me find out what I want and what I need and what's really important, and helping me really focus my awareness and my attention and really come back to myself, find myself again and see where I want to go from here and take the next steps. I will definitely be putting up some videos that refer to compassion fatigue. I have a whole list of videos that refer to talks and meditation and pranayama and physical yoga practices that are in relation to supporting you in that. The first one coming up will be next Sunday, and those will be focusing on helping you feel better and giving you some ideas for how to work through burnout and compassion fatigue and move through it. I will also be putting up a video that explains what exactly happened to me, because I know that's a whole nother video on how I got to this place and how my compassion fatigue sort of showed up for me, in case that helps anybody else. But definitely some new content, some new directions to go. I hope you will keep with me. Lucy will continue to be here for you to enjoy. She always enjoys anything in which she's in front of the camera. So as long as the camera's on, she's good. And with that said, there's also a brand new camera. We're in 4K now, people, 4K. I can actually go to 6K if I really want to, but we have a brand new camera. We have a Lumix S5 Mark II. I had to think about it for a second. And we've moved to a mirrorless camera that allows me to skip post-production a whole lot. So previously I was taking 20-minute increments and cutting them together into video and audio, and that took a lot of post-production time. Now it does it all for me. It autofocuses, it records everything for as long as I want, and it puts it all together for me, and I just upload it, and it's done, which is really wonderful. So we will be in 4K with crystal clear images and better sound altogether. So I look forward to sharing that with you as well, and enhancing all of my offerings across the board: Insight Timer, YouTube, and the private member site, theyogaranger.vhx.tv. All of these are super important to me, and I really want to be fully there in the best ways I can. So I'm going to be mindful of my energy output and really offering things that are super meaningful to me and that I really feel will potentially help you in some way. So check it out. I will put the links down below to Jenny if you want a life coach with her. She's amazing and she will change your view of the world. Also, Insight Timer and the yogaranger.vhx.tv link down below, so you know where all those things are, to where to go and how to find new stuff. And I hope to see you next week for practice. Have a great week.